You're welcome back to the breakfast show on R2TV, and I'm here with my people, Ejiro and Mike. Please
she did. It was a book go like that. Like, I'm here with
that lady and the guy. Or maybe I should have said, I'm here with Gyro and Mike.
Yeah! No, you got it. No, you got it. Infrared 5.
Your point. Wow, it's great to have you on the show today. Finally, we have her on the show. You can call in. The numbers to call in 0814 000283 0091 22228 384 85 and 86. Our Twitter R2_TV, Facebook R2TV, Instagram also R2TV. We are here with the lovely Arike.
Superwoman, Wonder Woman in one.
And we know. Okay, the first thing was, when I wanted to Google your name, immediately I just put AYI. Your full name just came out. It's very unique. Do you have an English name?
Well, no.
We're going to give you one.
I don't. I actually
listen to his list.
I mean, later, like when I was in primary school, a lot of my friends had English names, and I would always come home and say, Mommy, I don't have an English name. And then my mom would say, you don't have one. So when I kept asking her, one day she now said, okay, your English name is Mary. That's her mom's name. Okay. So that's her mom's English name.
Okay.
So I was never given an English name when I was born.
Adopted anyone. Like when you go to your 20s, they were like,
Wendy.
Everybody needs an English name, like Wendy, Susan, Jessica,
Linda
or
Cynthia,
something.
Maybe I'm just too proud of my culture.
Ooh, nice.
What does it mean, man?
What does my name?
Yes.
I mean, my name is Arike. It means we have seen this child to pamper. Wow. Don't worry, I'm not spoiled.
Wow, that's a big one.
So yes. I mean, you would have thought that my mom gave me that name or my parents gave me that name because maybe I was the only girl or something, but no, I have an older sister and we're 2 girls and 4 boys. So I don't know. I think I was named after a close family friend and my parents had always loved that name and they said, okay, if we have another daughter, we'll name her Arike. So yeah.
He was talking about 20s changing name. Well, I don't know. They do this when you get to a certain age and your friends are just like Yike, Harry, something. Did you ever?
I mean, I have a nickname,
okay. Ricky.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I mean, a lot of people that went to secondary school with me, they call me Ricky.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Awesome.
All right. Cool. Now let's start. It has to be this. I want to play a prank. I want to say I didn't read it, but man, when I was done with the book, I was actually done early this morning because I started last night and all of that. And I just want to take someone's review here. It says a touching story of survival against all odds. I just want to take that. And the society, environment, or people can't stop your dreams. The cost of our lives. I mean, how did you said you spent 4 years writing this book?
Yes, in fact, a little more than 4 years.
And
it's so interesting because it's such a small book.
It's such a small book.
And then you see it and be like, oh, why should it take you so long?
So
let's concentrate.
Okay, let's go.
You know, the thing about writing a book is that you have to know exactly what message you want to pass across to people. I want people to be able to open my book and pick out their own messages. There are loads of messages in this book, and I know that for everyone who has read it and everyone who is going to read it, I know that you would always find a message there for yourself. I mean, it's a very interesting novella. I would proudly say that because everyone that has read it has said that to me. And you read it.
And I'm back here from the UK.
No, you didn't say well.
I did it well. Okay, you try. Just help me. Help me out. UK.
I will make it better. With the accent.
Ink.
Yeah.
I mean, these are things that happen every day.
Yes.
Just a brief summary. A young girl who was born in Nigeria. She had suffered. She was born from a not privileged background, and she found her way to London. Someone took her to London. I don't want to give too much details, but I have to.
Okay.
And then, she got to London. She started working with someone else's details after she suffered under the person who took her there. And, after a couple of years, she realized she had to move back to Nigeria because she was almost caught at work using someone else's details. So, I mean, these are things that happen with Nigerians abroad. And, one of the messages in this book is to tell people in the diaspora to come back home. I mean, we are here. No. Let's you guys calm down. The thing about people not everyone, of course, but a couple of people who are abroad who haven't been here in ages, they still look at Nigeria the same way they left it. They don't know that things have actually changed. And, you know, it's a book that when you read, you realize that you can actually make your dreams come true here. You make it work for yourself. Nobody's going to come to you and say, okay, these are all the things you need to make your dreams come true. Go and follow your dreams and make them come true. You have to be determined. You have to be ready. You have to be that person who will take control of your life and say, okay, I'm done with sitting at home. I want to, you know, get up and follow my dreams and make things happen for myself. Nobody's going to do it for you. I was still talking, you know, outside when I was waiting to come on the show. I was still talking to my manager and a couple of people that a lot of young girls I've met nowadays, they say, oh, Arike, I want to be a TV presenter. I want to intern under you. I want to work under you. I want to become a writer because I write for Bella Nigeria as well.
Yes, you do. Yes,
you know,
you do.
And you give them the opportunity. Opportunity I never had because I never had a mentor who, I mean, my dream, I'm a lawyer and 2016, I will be 10 years at the bar.
Wow.
Yes.
You're still practicing?
I'm not practicing,
Okay, no
but I mean,
practicing.
I was called in
You was called into the bar.
2006.
Okay.
I have friends who are magistrates now. I have friends who are, you know, with the House of Reps. So I've been, you know, a lawyer for many years. And this is me who, even after being a lawyer, I was hoping and dreaming that I could actually meet a TV presenter that could mentor me. That's why I always give people the opportunity when they say, well, I want to be a TV presenter, I want to do this. You know, I'll say, yeah, come, let me put you through at no cost, at no fee, because I never had anyone to give me that opportunity. So a lot of
Move back.
I'll put you through, don't worry. So I would even go as far as helping them out, sending them messages for auditions, because I still get messages for auditions, but I'm happy where I am. I'm doing a show that I like doing. I'm doing shows I like doing, so I'm happy where I am. I help them, but you
It's a
realize
little bit
that
like your set.
you realize
Go on.
You realize that a lot of them they like the fame and the opportunities that come with being a TV presenter, but a lot of them are not actually ready to work towards becoming a TV presenter. So even though I help some people, it's only a few that I can say, okay, this girl is serious, this one is serious. A lot of them are not serious. They think you're going to go to bed as a person who wants to be a TV presenter and you wake up the next day and, oh, it has happened for you.
Voila.
They don't know you have to pay your dues. They don't know you have to go for auditions. Nothing comes easy. I'm sure you guys auditioned for your job. But people will watch you on TV now and say, wow, Jairo is so lucky. Oh, Mike is so lucky. Oh, they're all dressed up, they're on TV. But they don't know that it doesn't come easy.
Okay, let's talk about,
Yeah, so
Let's
let's go back to
No, continue your story.
When you interview a presenter, I love talking to people like you because I could just stay the whole 30 minutes. I could just be sitting down and just be talking. Okay, but now I want to address something very sensitive, an issue in society. I'll just take a line from my book here.
Okay.
It says it was my 10th birthday and the first time Uncle Femi came into the room. That's page 49.
Yeah.
While I was taking off my school uniform. Let's talk about child molestation.
Yes.
For me, it was the denouement of the book because, you know, at the end, that was what she stood up and she was going to Abuja. That's
Yes.
the video.
Yes.
She wanted to do
Yes.
something about it. So for me, that was the climax. That was the denouement. Let's talk about child molestation and all of that. How do you think we can really tackle it? Because really, it happens and the children don't get to talk about it.
Yes.
I mean,
And even when they get to speak, nobody listens.
It's something that is happening a lot. I mean, I've gone to schools, I've given speeches about it. I've mentored young girls in secondary school who have opened up to me about how they're being molested. Some of them are being molested. There was a girl, I'm going to share a story. There was a girl I met in one of the secondary schools that we went to, and she was being molested by her father. Stinkingly rich man.
What?
Fantastic job. He works in a top bank, and he's known there. And you know, she said she never even knew it was wrong. It was when we came to the school to talk to them about it that she actually it actually sunk in that what he was doing was bad. She was in SS2, but she said it started when she was 4 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
4
years old. Yeah.
Your own daughter?
Yes, 4 years old.
Wow.
So, I mean, and there was one whose uncle was staying with them, and it was happening. And you know the thing, that's why I said it took me a while because I had reached the Uncle Femi part of my book.
Yeah.
And I had just slightly passed it, but I didn't really, when you just write something and you don't really go into details per se because you're thinking people are going to read the book and say, oh, this is too much information.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things, this outreach that we did was 2 years ago. When I did it, I actually went back to the Uncle Femi chapter. You see that I was very graphic.
Yeah,
in fact, my editor had to
cut out some.
Yeah, because he said, no, Arika, this is too much information. Because, it actually made me go back to my drawing board. And I said, okay, this thing is really, really happening and it needs to be addressed. A lot of children are being molested. They can't even talk to anybody because they're scared to speak out about it. And, one of the girls that I spoke with then, she was being molested by her mom's brother. I'd written Uncle Femi's story. Uncle Femi was the Ibidun's mom's stepbrother. This one was her mom's brother. And you know what she told me? She said, Auntie Rike, I'm scared to tell my mom because my mom will not believe me. And if my dad even hears about it, he might divorce my mom. So she was scared because her mom's brother was doing this to her. And
she didn't want to
report. She didn't want her parents to fight. Because I think the dad didn't even want the mom's brother staying in the house anyway. But thank God for me and thank God for my team. She opened up to her dad eventually and she told her dad and they sent him out of the house. Because he was living in their house. They were accommodating him and he was doing this to their daughter. So because of our outreach, she was actually able to speak out about it. So, yeah.
Talking about
something that is really...
outreach, children are afraid because they don't know the outcome of stories. So this outreach is not just encourage the children to speak up, but talk to the parents, probably try to reach out to them and say, okay, listen to your children. When they have something to say, don't shut them out completely.
You shouldn't even wait for them to have something to say. You should. Mother, I have 2 children. My kids, I tell them, I let them know that, look, mommy is your best friend. If anything happens at your school, you tell your mommy. My son came home one day and said a boy in his class tried to kiss him.
Okay.
And he knew it was wrong. So, so if you don't teach your children to speak out, a boy in his class will kiss him and he'll think, oh, mommy kisses me. A boy in my class too can kiss me. It's okay. So and I had to go into the school and discuss it with them and, they took it up. So you need to encourage your children. And, the teacher was so appreciative. She kept calling me and saying, please, thank you so much. Please keep encouraging them to speak. There are so many kids in the class that we keep telling to try and talk, but they don't really want to talk. So you need to encourage your children to speak. You need to let them know that, look, their parents are their best friends.
Yeah.
If anything happens, you tell your mommy, you tell your daddy. If anybody tells you, oh, don't tell your mommy, don't tell your daddy, you need to know that, okay, even if they tell you that, when you get back home, mommy, this auntie said this uncle said this child in my class did this. Even if it's not to you, if it's to another child, you need to know that you need to report it when it is wrong.
Back to you. I look at you and I'm just like, wow, this lady is just something. She's a lawyer, she's a blogger, she can act, she can do this, come on. You're like an inspiration. You are an inspiration to many young ladies out there. So, ladies that do not have the opportunity, you talk about finding the opportunity and use it. What happens to ladies that do not find this opportunity? Because we have a lot of them out there. What happens to people that do not have access to opportunities and openings? What do they do?
That was me many years ago. I would always say, if you want to do something, if you have a dream, make sure you follow it aggressively. If you want to become a TV presenter, go online. There are courses you can do. And, if you go online and you read about I'm on Wikipedia. If you Google my name, my Wikipedia profile will come out with everything I've worked on, everything I'm doing. Someone still called me 2 days ago, an aspiring TV presenter that she saw my number on the internet. And that's how they've been calling me. People call me, oh, Arika, I got your number on the internet. And when I Google my name, I don't see my phone number. So I don't know how. So, if you want to be like someone or if you want someone to mentor you, look for how to reach that person. The world is global now. Go on Instagram, go on Facebook, stalk that person. I have people who have stalked me to the point where I've had to meet with them. Like,
have you stalked anybody?
I've never stalked anybody.
Who are your mentors? Who do you look up to?
I look up to people like Oprah Winfrey. But, I sent a copy of my book to her.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want something done, you have to push. Nobody's going to come and give you that opportunity. When they did the movie premiere for, Selma, I went. They did not invite me. But I hustled, I kept calling. I knew it was a church that was organizing it. I kept calling my friends, oh yeah, get me invite. And luckily for me, it was even my husband, because he knew I wanted to go. Someone in his office was talking about it and he said, oh, okay, get my wife and I invite. My wife really wants to go. And that was how we got the invitation cards. We went there after the movie, and you have to be confident. after the movie, you know, people were leaving, and I was like, I took 2 copies of my book. David Oyelowo, the lead actor that played Martin Luther King. I told my husband, I said, I'm going to get my books to him. And he was like, how are you going to do that? I was carrying a small purse, but I held 2 copies of my book. And I went forward. You know, people were leaving. I could see some people wanted to take pictures with him, but they were not confident enough. I went there. I went to him. I said, hello, David. He was like, hi. I said, you know, before I spoke with him, there was a girl with him that he kept telling, oh, do this for me. I knew that would be his PA also. So I went to her and I said, oh, hi, I need to give some things to David. Are you part of his crew? She was like, yes, I'm his personal assistant. I said, you're the person I've been looking for. She told me her name. We got talking. I said, I'm a published author. This is my book. I'm also a TV presenter. She was like, oh, my goodness, you wrote this. And you know, that day I was all glammed up looking
Okay.
You see a pretty woman and you think, oh, she's just beautiful. So she was like, yes, please. You know, he was with people. People were waiting to take pictures. She tapped him. She said, David, this young lady has a present for you. And I was like, goodness me, you have a present for me. And he hugged me.
Wow.
Yes. And he said, oh, yeah. And I said, yeah, I wrote these books, blah, blah, blah. 1 copy is for you, 1 is for Oprah. Bam, gave it to him. He was like, sure, why not? And he gave his PA to hold. And she was like, I'm going to read this, you know. So 2 copies. I'm hoping and praying that, you know, 1 copy gets to her, because I know she has a book club. She reviews books. She reviews my book. They get in touch with me. Arike, please, we want you on the Oprah Winfrey Network. No. I'm on the next place.
Let's go. Yeah.
So you have to, so you should never wait for people to say, oh, okay, come and take this. You need to know how to find things and make things work for yourself. Yeah.
I so wish we had more time. And you know, it's always a problem. Have you ever conquered time?
Never.
Like,
There's no
yeah, this is
New
the much we
mission,
can
new
take.
mission.
But we'll definitely need to have you more often.
Yeah, no
Please,
problem.
you'll come, right?
Yeah, I'll
we'll
come.
We'll get in contact.
I will.
All right.
All right, we'll
so how
bug
do
you
we get
till
in
you
contact
come.
with you, social media and all of that?
I
What's
mean,
best
I am
steps?
on Instagram at Lady Arike. I'm on Twitter at Lady Arike. That's LadyAriyike. Facebook Arike Akimbobola. And I also have a fan page on Instagram at Arike Weekly for my vlogs. Yeah, someone manages it for me, and you know, he always puts up pictures. He's a fan. So yeah.
Okay, so
Whatever
you're signing out the
handles.
show. It's been the Art TV break. You're signing out. You're signing. You have to sign
You
out
guys
now.
now.
Oh, you want to do that?
No. Okay, hey, do I have to say?
Yes,
Right?
yes. Just come
Okay,
and sit
it's
down
better
here. Come
here.
and sit down here.
You guys are putting me on the spot.
Yeah,
No, we're not. No, we're
you know how
not.
to do it.
It's your
Okay.
team. It's your team.
It's okay.
All right,
It's okay.
so
So where do I live?
Yeah, you just
you
look up straight
awesome.
and then we sign out and we'll meet them tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow. Yeah. So just.
All right, guys, this has been the R2TV Breakfast Show with Ejiro, aka Gyro.
Yeah.
Your girl Arike Akimbobola, and of course my dude Mike. We have had an awesome time on the show. Make sure you enjoy yourselves today. Have a fantastic time. Have a great time, and make sure you get copies of my novella, The Cost of Our Lives. Make sure you tune in same time tomorrow for another banging episode of The Breakfast Show on R2TV. Yeah. We gotta go now, guys. Let's dance out.
Yeah, so she must dance. So that is the song. I hit us with the music.
And we can play music in our hearts.
Let's play in our hearts.